Ah, Pericles. So nice to see you on such a beautiful day.
Good to see you as well, Themistocles. Themistocles, I have a small confession to make. I've been having second thoughts about Greek politics. I mean, do you find our political system strange? It is Cleisthenes' democracy. However, we are a pretty homogeneous and intolerant society. The vast majority of us is of the same religion, culture, and speaks the same language. In many cases, individuals who are different, particularly the ones who speak their mind against the current system, are often discriminated against and occasionally ostracized or exiled. Is this democracy a good example of how our people should act now and in the future?
Strange? Pericles, that big head of yours must be causing you to think crazy things. Who cares if our society is homogeneous in its views? That is really irrelevant. There isn't much diversity around here anyway, and how can you not approve of Cleisthenes' democracy? It offers opportunity never before imagined for all citizens of Athens.
I guess.
Pericles, I cannot believe you. You were Mr. Democracy. This is your thing. After all of your education and experience in war, I don't understand why you would ever have a change of heart.
At the end of the day, it is about the people, and I feel that pressing ideals on other city-states and threatening the polis to join leagues in Athens, Thebes, or Sparta at the potential expense of war isn't right.
I understand your point of conquering, but Pericles, lands have been conquered for hundreds of years, and will be conquered for hundreds more after we pass away. Athens was a part of the Corinth League. Although you raise the point of potential conquer, which is a negative, the League of Corinth did not survive because it was a monarchy. Now, Athens and many polis surrounding are all a part of a democracy, and for the first time in forever, all the polis involved are a part of a single political entity.
Part of my logic is of selfish desire. After all the work I did restoring the Acropolis of Athens into the beautiful structure it is now, I would be heartbroken not only to see Athens taken over by another league, but I would also be dejected to see my work destroyed by a conquering people.
Now Pericles, that is a fairly selfish desire. Last time I checked, you did not complete your project on your own, but it was your people that contributed.
This is true, but I would also worry for the phenomenal philosophers of our city. If we are conquered, who's to say that the ideals and works of the Athenian philosophers are to stand the test of time and the new regime?
We do not know if their works will stand the test of time, regardless of an Athenian democracy or another rule. The most important aspect of rule is democracy, because democracy is the one system that is most likely to last longer than the other political systems, such as the oligarchy or monarchy of Sparta and Corinth.
You're starting to make more sense to me, Themistocles. I'm letting my roots of nobility get to my head. I need to remind myself what it is like to be a man of the people.
Pericles, you have come to see the right person. I was not a privileged child, and when I grew up, I thought that there was no opportunity for me. Initially, I was at odds with nobility such as you, but then Athens changed for the best. The spring of democracy did not just open doors for me, but it also opened doors for the common man.
The new democracy required skills that were unimportant in the old regime.
Exactly. I moved to Kerameikos, where I was able to interact with the common man, and I built a support base there. One of the most fantastic parts of democracy, however, is
how even though the people, the 99% if you will, have power, the nobility are not alienated. They can coexist in a political environment that supports both sides of the spectrum.
So you are a mind reader, Pericles. Is there anything you can't do?
I take classes on the weekends.
And you're a comedian. Anyway, this democracy did not just make the lives of ordinary men great. It also benefited the military by putting the average man to work.
A larger military because of more work for the common man? That sounds like winning to me.
I was wondering where the Pericles I knew was when we started this little chat of ours.
Oh look, it's Creon of Thebes. How convenient. I wonder what he's going to say on this matter.
Why, hello, gentlemen. It is I, Creon, ruler of Thebes.
We know. What brings you here?
Just doing a little sightseeing. You two look as though you're in a heated discussion.
We are. We're discussing why democracy is great and other forms of government, such as monarchies and oligarchies, are not as good.
How dare you insult my monarchy? I will have you know that life in Thebes is good. We put the gods before family and honor. My people are happy, and so is my family.
Are you delusional? First of all, what family do you speak of? Your family is not happy because your handling of the Polynesian situation was utterly despicable.
And your people are not happy at all. I know what it is like to live under a terrible leader. I often lived in fear of Hippias while I was growing up because I did not know what to expect from him. Your temper and poor leadership qualities draw a frightening comparison to the terrible ruler Hippias was.
Such harsh words.
I am not done. While you ruled with Oedipus, you were in favor of the gods ahead of the states. But when you were the one and only ruler of Thebes, you put power ahead of the gods, honor, and family. To me, you sound like a flip-flopper and an egomaniac.
What did I do to you two to be received so poorly?
It's not what you did to us. It's what you did to your people. I am disgusted with you. Although we know you live in shame from the loss of your family, instead of letting the power go to your head, you could have utilized democracy and listened to the people. The people feared you, but the only one who didn't was Antigone, who stood up to you.
If you had a general assembly where you let the people vote with ostracons to decide Polynesia's burial fate, things would have gone a lot easier for you. Instead, you selfishly acted on your own power and did not do what was right for Thebes. I hate to break it to you, but you probably would have garnered more respect from your people and would still have a family.
Good day, gentlemen. I do not have the energy to argue with you two after this long walk. I will take your thoughts into consideration and perhaps change my ways in the future.
He's not going to change his ways.
I know, but who cares about him? This conversation has reminded me of what is right. Democracy is the best political system in all of society. The system does not alienate the nobility, and it offers opportunity for the common man. The system, for the first time in history, allows for everyone's voice to be heard. I have a feeling democracy is going to stay around for a long time. Good day, Themistocles.
I hope you are right, Pericles. So long for now.
God bless the USA.